Hello from a very vibrant Sunday. Right now, my stomach is so freaking bloated. Just because yesterday I've had the fattiest foods right after the another and just didn't digest properly. And right now, just I'm burping and farting like rotten egg.
ग्लास में सेट दिया दो तरह के ऑक्सीजन डाल रहा हूँ मैं इसमें IBA और IMA। कितने ml है? 25 है, पूरा 25 है ना?
35.
35 है, 35 है।
The micronutrient spray is in full motion. While I'm here looking at the pretty views around that are surreal, and obviously people who live here, for them it's like a daily thing. For anyone, like anyone who is a resident of that place, who lives there daily, looks at these things daily, then it's just a mundane thing. Like I know if there's someone who's leaving the hills for the first time and going into the plains, and they would witness the streets and the roads of Chandigarh, they would be like, oh my god, what is this place? Huh, amenities, road, traffic lights, so many cars, shit like that. Or maybe I am exaggerating it, but the point being, this is a very surreal place, and honestly, although I give this place a little bit of renovation, I could just live here easy. I could, as long as I got the supplies, and who's gonna disturb me here? It's like quaint. This, I'll be waking up to that. Gonna put chair here. Gonna put my chair over here, and brew me a nice cuppa. Have a slow morning. बस वाईफाई का कनेक्शन चाहिए होगा थोड़ा. वैसे तो आई थिंक लेट मी सी एयरटेल 5G चल रहा है यहाँ पे. सो इट्स अ स्टनिंग प्लेस. एंड और गज़ब की बात यह है कि आई एम नॉट कमिंग हियर फॉर द वेरी फर्स्ट टाइम. आई हैव बीन हियर बिफोर. आई हैव बीन हियर लाइक एन नंबर ऑफ टाइम्स, लाइक ग्रोइंग अप. जितनी बार यहाँ पे आना उतनी बार, जितनी बार मामू के घर पे उतनी बार यहाँ पे आना ही है. सो that kind of thing. I think the amazing bit is that ever since I started photography, only after that I started noticing these things. But for me it was learning to see the frames in the very mundane things or very mundane views that I just looked at and I'm like, हाँ ठीक है, पहाड़ है, बर्फ है, हमेशा ही होता है, नया क्या है इसमें. But then I looked at it like, पहाड़ है, बर्फ है, awesome. I could photograph that. I photographed this place earlier around COVID time. It really makes me think that there are so many things in life, tiny bits, that on a daily basis I might take for granted just because I'm used to them or I have access to them. And down that line, you really forget. You should really be thankful for all the little things that make up your life, you know. It's amazing that I get to be here on this Sunday. It's phenomenal. I get to enjoy that view, enjoy the sunshine. I don't have to think twice. I don't have to worry about anything. But yeah, look behind me. It's phenomenal. I'm loving it. A chicken sandwich would be nice here, along with some lassi ka glass. Well, we are nearly done here with the spray, but I got reminded of this thought. So yesterday we were in Shimla with the fam and all, so they wanted to shop for this cousin's wedding. So while we were in shops, and they must have like turned 5, 6, 7 shops upside down looking at all the stuff old to new. The more options we got, the more options we were shown, less certain we started getting about what to purchase. There was so much fog. I think after one point we were so confused we didn't know what to go for, or rather Mamiji didn't know what to go for. She was very uncertain, like shopkeeper would like this 2025 variants and not certain what do I like, what do I dislike. Although for me I liked quite a bit of that lot, but then I don't know, that's just me. And that got me thinking about the paradox of choice. Is it because a person who is looking at all that stuff, they genuinely didn't find anything that's appealing, that appeals to them, that speaks to them, you know? Something like, yup, this is something I would love to put on my body. Now, when you've gone through, I can understand that in the like 10-20 variants, 10-20 salwar suit options, you get confused, you don't know what to go for. But when you have gone through like 100, 120 options and you still haven't found that, now is it because you genuinely haven't found something that you like, that speaks to you, or is it because you're not sure what to go for now because you have seen so many options, you've given so many choices? Speaking for me, I think I'm better off, or any human being for that matter is better off with very less options provided, because then it's easier for me to make a choice. Say if there were 20 flagship smartphones out there leading in their segment or leading in their category, it would be very difficult for me to make a choice because I do not want to end up with an inferior product. And it's always going to be the case. Say if I'm in the market to purchase a smartphone and I go for an iPhone, fully spec'd out iPhone, somewhere at the back of my mind I'll have this thing. I could have gone for a Oppo Find X3 or S24, or I could have just settled for a nice nothing phone, 3A Pro, whatever. Again, there are so many options out there that I'm not sure that the product that I'm getting is the best. And when we're spending our buck, we need the best bang for our buck. And with so many options out there, it's really not the case. And I was going through this motorcycle catalog, like say in future if I want to purchase a motorcycle, a 350cc motorcycle or a 450cc, which one do I go with? Which one do I settle for? There's so many options out there, and yes, obviously one product is always going to be a lot different from what one company is offering. The product in itself, it is going to have a hell lot of things, but it's not going to be a very life changing when you're looking for one certain price segment. So that indecisiveness, not being able to choose which product or which bike to go for, it entirely boils down to, say if I'm going for a Himalayan, then I don't get what a KTM is offering. Say if I'm going for a KTM, they're giving me best features. It just doesn't have that class that a Himalayan carries, that vibe or that aura that the Himalayan carries. But then I do need a slipper clutch or what is it called? A quick shifter and cruise control. Even though I'm not ever going to use that cruise control, but then still I'm considering that maybe one day I'm riding down a highway and I'll feel like us din Himalayan na leke KTM liya hota to aaj mere paas cruise control hota. The whole point of starting of this conversation was we have so many options, and people, brands in specific, I think, who thinks that if they'll provide consumers with like endless options, they'll sell more products. That's highly unlikely the case. You're better off with having a smaller catalog but with good products. One of the many reasons why iPhone is a leader in their segment, उनके पास बहुत ज़्यादा बसूड़ी नहीं है. Very straightforward with their products. It's inferior or whatever you want to say. I'm not getting into the technical specifications or the spec sheet of that product. All I'm saying is the only offering that they have is like 2 to 3 products. That's all in a smartphone category or in a laptop category. There are n number of other reasons why one might think this one brand is superior to the other. I'm not going into that. All I'm talking about is the choice or the paradox of choice. All the eateries, the fast food eateries that have like bazillion options in their catalog, thinking the bigger the menu, the more customer they'll draw in. That's highly unlikely the case. People get so confused. We cannot decide what we want to eat when we are ordering from an app. Let alone walk into a restaurant and you're provided a booklet. You get confused. Like, you came in thinking I'm just gonna have a pizza, and now you've got 20 options for pizza and pasta and burgers and sandwiches and whatnot. There's sushi, and you're confused. You just say, fuck it, I'm just gonna go out and eat a burger from some McD or something. I'm saying that because I've done that. I see like this big booklet of menus and I cannot make a choice. Coming back to the thing that where Mami ji was looking for salwar suit. We went to Shimla, and even on our way back we stopped at shops and she didn't find anything. She couldn't make a choice. So we went to Shimla, had a pizza and came back apparently. All in all, it was good fun. But cousin की शादी के लिए कपड़े तो अभी भी लेने पड़ेंगे ना उन्हें. I don't. Marriages and functions are just another way for brands to push their product, more consumerism, more materialism. और कपड़े खरीदो, और इवेंट आ रहे हैं, और कपड़े खरीदो. क्यों भाई? Look at the gorgeous mountains in the back. I'll tell you the weirdest thing. I was in the city for the last week and Like I had access to all the appetizing food and desserts, or cafes, street food, anything. I had easy access to it, and for a whole week I didn't feel like eating anything because I was like, I'm gonna eat homemade food. I had access to it. I could just walk out and purchase it. That was in my capacity, in my capability. I could do that. And I didn't do it because I didn't feel like it. And I knew it. Even if I wanted to, it's just 5-10 minutes away. Today, on the other hand, I came back to the village and now I know it's not within arm's reach. I can't just walk out to reach even a decent shop where I can get any junk stuff. And now at this point, I feel like I want to eat pizza or thupka or momo or bao, anything that I could just get my hands on. But I don't have it, and now I'm feeling that hunger or that urge to go for that food more than I have ever felt. And I was just thinking about it, that is it primarily because earlier when I had access to it, I knew it's there within 5 to 10 minutes of walk. So I was like, okay, it's there. And now that my brain knows that I don't have the access to it, it's not that easy for me to go out and grab something to eat. Now brain plays games. It's like, oh, you don't have it now. Want it? Can't have it. It's weird brain gummies. That's Dobby. Peace.